Good morning students. Today we are going to see Unit 9 Universe. Learning objectives. Know the evolution of the universe. Understand the building blocks of the universe. First let us see what is called geocentric model and heliocentric model. Geocentric model. People thought that the earth is the center of all the objects in the space. This was known as the geocentric model. It was held by the Greek astronomer Ptolemy in 2nd century and Indian astronomer Aryabhatta 5th century and many astronomers around the world. See this diagram. Here the earth is the center of all the objects in this space. So we have to say it is called as geocentric model. What is geocentric model? Earth is the center of all the objects in the space. So this was known as geocentric model, held by Greek astronomer and Indian astronomer. Who is Greek astronomer? Ptolemy, and Indian astronomer Aryabhatta. Heliocentric model. What is heliocentric model? Polish astronomer Nicholas Copernicus proposed the heliocentric model. Helio, what is the meaning for helio? Sun, with the sun at the center of the solar system. Invention of the telescope in the Netherlands in 1608 created a revolution in astronomy. See this diagram. In this diagram, sun is at the center of the solar system. So we have to say this is a heliocentric model. So what is heliocentric model? Sun is at the center of the solar system. Building block of the universe. The basic constituent of the universe is luminous matter, that is galaxies, which are really the collection of billions of stars. What is galaxy? It is a huge collection of gas, dust and billions of stars and their solar systems. It is held together by gravity. The universe contains everything that exists, including the earth, planets, stars, space and galaxies. This includes all matter, energy and even time. Do you know how big the universe is? No one knows how big the universe is. It could be infinitely large. Scientists, however, measured the size of this universe by what they can see. This is called the observable universe. What is it called? Observable universe. What is observable universe? What do you mean by observable universe? It is a spherical region of the universe comprising all matter that can be observed from Earth. What is the meaning for observable universe? What do you mean by observable universe? It is a spherical region of the universe comprising all matter that can be observed from Earth. The observable universe is around 93 billion light years. It is around 93 billion light years. What is light year? Light year is the distance travelled by the light in 1 year. The distance travelled by the light in 1 year is called light year. So 1 light year is equal to the distance that light travels in 1 year. The 1 light year is equal to 9.4607 into 10 power 12 kilometer. The value for 1 light year is 9.4607 into 10 power 12 kilometer. One of the interesting things about the universe is that it is currently expanding. It is growing larger and larger all the time. Not only it is growing larger, but the edge of the universe is expanding at a faster and faster rate. So most of the universe, what we think is empty space. See this diagram. Here the universe is expanding. So it expands in a edge also. See the first shape, second one and third one and then fourth one. So the expansion takes place. So it is growing larger and larger all the time. Not only it is growing larger, but the edge of the universe is expanding at a faster and faster rate. So most of the universe we think is empty space. So most of the universe we think is of empty space. Then what happens to the atoms? The atoms together only make up around 4% of the universe. The atoms only make up 4% of the universe. So the majority of the universe consists of something. The scientists call that as a dark matter and dark energy. So the 4% of the atoms are present in the universe. So the majority of the universe consists of dark matter and dark energy. So what is dark matter and dark energy? The rest of the universe appears to be made of mysterious, invisible substance called dark matter. What is dark matter? The universe appears to be a mysterious, invisible substance called dark matter. Then what is called a dark energy? A force that repels gravity is known as dark energy. So 25% of the universe is dark matter and 75% of the universe is dark energy. So dark matter is a mysterious and invisible substance present in the universe. Dark energy is the force repels the gravity, is known as dark energy. Age of universe. Scientists think that the universe began with the start of a massive explosion called the Big Bang. What is Big Bang theory? It is the leading explanation about how the universe began. Big Bang means the leading explanation of how the universe began. So according to Big Bang theory, all the matter in the universe was concentrated in a single point of hot dense matter. See this diagram here. The matter in the universe was concentrated in a single point. It is very hot dense matter. So what is Big Bang? It gives us the leading explanation of the universe. When the universe began, that leading explanation, we have to get it from the Big Bang theory. Now, do you know what happened in the first 3 minutes of the Big Bang? In the first 3 minutes after the Big Bang, protons and neutrons began fusing together, forming deuterium. Then deuterium atoms joined up with each other, forming helium-4. About 13.7 billion years ago, an explosion occurred and all the matter were ejected in all directions in the form of galaxies. Nearly all of the matter in the universe that we understand is made of hydrogen and helium, the simplest elements created in the Big Bang. See this diagram. The explosion takes place. While the explosion takes place, the matter ejected in all the directions only in the form of galaxies. You know what is galaxy? Already I told you what is galaxy. It is a collection of gas, dust and billions of stars. Okay, so in all directions the galaxies will spread. Now all the matter in the universe that we understand is made of hydrogen and helium. This matter are made up of hydrogen and helium, and these simplest elements created the Big Bang theory. So this hydrogen and helium created the Big Bang theory. The rest, including oxygen, carbon, calcium, iron and silicon, also formed on the cores in the stars. So this gravity holds the stars together. Generally keep these elements deep inside their interiors. Now when the stars explode, these fundamental building blocks of planetary systems are liberated throughout the universe. See this diagram. Now the stars explode. When the stars explode, what happens? The fundamental building blocks of planetary systems are liberated throughout the universe. So the oxygen, carbon, calcium, iron and silicon are formed in the cores of the stars. So here the gravitational force takes place. So due to the gravitational force, these stars are held together and keep all the elements deeply inside the parts. Now these stars exploded and then the fundamental building block of the planetary systems are liberated throughout the universe. See this diagram. This diagram shows the formation of the universe. So see the top, Big Bang. So about 14 billion years ago, the universe materialized out of nothing for unknown reasons. Initially infinitely smaller than an atom to begin with, the universe expanded to a trillion kilometers across in under a second. This event, called an Big Bang. And the next one, cosmic inflation. So what is that? The universe appears out of nowhere. At start, the universe consists purely of energy and is infinitely dense and unimaginably hot. So 10 billion trillion degrees Celsius, that is 18 billion trillion degree Fahrenheit in this place. Now next, particles form. Within a tiny fraction of second, the universe balloons in size from trillions of times smaller than an atom to the size of a city. So here the rate of expansion takes place slowly. And the next part, shows that the intense energy of the newborn universe creates matter. So here the newborn energy creates the matter. At first the matter is a particles and antiparticles. Now this crash into and cancel with each other, turning back into energy. But some of the matter is left over, and this is eventually turned into atoms and later stars and galaxies. And the next one, recombination. Now here the universe is about 1 microsecond old and 100 billion kilometer wide. The leftover particles begin to form protons and neutrons. Now these particles make up the nuclei of atoms, but the universe is too hot here for atoms. Light cannot pass through this sea of particles, so the young universe resembles a dense fog. So this particle looks like a dense fog. Next, dark ages. So 500,000 years after the Big Bang, matter is spread out almost evenly in the universe, but tiny ripples exist there. So working on these denser patches, gravity begins pulling the matter into clumps. At 300 million years, stars appear. So at 300 years, see the first stars and galaxies. So at 300 million years, stars appear. Stars form when great clouds of gas are pulled into tight knots by gravity. So here the pressure and heat becomes so intense in the dense pockets of gas that nuclear reactions begin. At 500 million years, the first galaxies are forming. Galaxies are enormous clouds of stars held together by gravity. Now 5 billion years old, the universe consists of vast clusters of galaxies arranged in threads. So this is the diagram for formation of the universe. Now our solar system forms at 9 billion years. When the universe is 20 billion years old, the sun will expand in size and destroy Earth. So the universe will carry on expanding forever, becoming cold and dark everywhere. Galaxies. A galaxy is a massive collection of gas, dust, and billions of stars and their solar systems. See this diagram. So this diagram shows the galaxy. It is a collection of gas, dust, and billions of stars in their solar system. So after the Big Bang, clouds of gas began to compress under gravity to form the building blocks of galaxies. So here the galaxy formed with a massive collection of gas, dust, and billions of stars and their solar systems. Scientists believe that there are 100 billion, that is 10 power 11 galaxies in the observable universe. So here the galaxies are also in different shapes. So depending on their appearance, galaxies are classified as spiral, elliptical, or irregular. So the galaxies are classified as spiral, elliptical, or irregular. Now these galaxies occur alone or in pairs, but they are more often part of groups, clusters, and superclusters. Galaxies in such groups often interact and merge with each other. Our sun and all the planets in the solar system are in the Milky Way galaxy. There are many galaxies besides our Milky Way. Andromeda galaxy is our closest neighboring galaxy. So the Milky Way galaxy is spiral in shape. See this diagram. Here it is a Milky Way galaxy. So our sun and all the planets in the solar system are what type of galaxy? Milky Way galaxy. So there are many galaxies beside this Milky Way. Now which one is very closest to this Milky Way galaxy? Andromeda galaxy. So the Andromeda galaxy is very closest to the Milky Way galaxy, and this Milky Way galaxy in spiral in shape. It is what shape? Spiral in shape. It is called Milky Way. Why it is called Milky Way? It is called Milky Way because it appears as a milky band of light in the sky. So it is called as a Milky Way, and it is made up of approximately 100 billion stars. This Milky Way is made up of 100 billion stars, and its diameter is 1 lakh light years. So it is made up of approximately 100 billion stars. So see this diagram. So it is called Milky Way because it is a milky band of light in the sky. Our solar system is 25,000 light years away from the center of our galaxy. So where is our solar system? It is 25,000 light years away from the center of our galaxy. Now when we take the earth goes around the sun, and then the sun goes around the center of the galaxy. So it takes 250 million years to do that. So the earth rotates the sun rotates the center of galaxy. For this, the earth and sun want to take 250 million years to rotate the each one. So the earth goes around the sun, and then the sun goes around the center of the galaxy, and it takes how many years? 250 million years. The distance of Andromeda, our nearest galaxy, is approximately 2.5 million light years. It is approximately how many light years? 2.5 million light years. What is light year? The distance travelled by the light in 1 year is called light year. So the speed of the earth is 30 km per second. It would be take us 25 billion years to reach it. Stars. Stars are the fundamental blocks of galaxies. So which one is the fundamental block of galaxies? Stars are the fundamental blocks of galaxies. These stars are formed when the galaxies were formed during the Big Bang theory. When the stars were formed, when the galaxies are formed during the Big Bang theory, the stars also formed. Now this star produces heat, light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays and other radiations also. We already know that during the Big Bang theory, the galaxies were produced. These galaxies having gas, dust, stars, etc. Now when the galaxies formed, the stars also formed. So it is one of the fundamental building block of galaxies. So these stars, when the stars formed, it produces heat, light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays and other forms of radiation. And also they largely produced the gas and plasma. What is plasma? Plasma is a superheated state of matter. Produces enormous amount of heat, is called as a plasma. These stars are built by hydrogen gases. So hydrogen atoms fuse together to form helium atoms. When the hydrogen atom fuse with the fuse means join. When the hydrogen atom combine with the helium atom, and it produces large amount of heat. That is during the reaction of the helium atom, reaction of the hydrogen atom, when the hydrogen combined with the another hydrogen. So when the deuterium and tritium combine together, it forms a helium atom. So during this process, it produces a large amount of heat. So in dark night, we can see nearly 3000 stars with the naked eye. See this diagram. So in this diagram, during the reaction, the helium atom produces enormous amount of heat. See this diagram, the heat will be produced. The brightness of a star depends on the intensity and the distance from the earth. How can we find out the brightness of the star? The brightness depends upon the intensity and then distance from the earth. The stars also having different colors depending upon their temperature. So here the hot stars are white or blue in color, whereas the cooler stars are orange or red in color. So what is the color of the hot star? It is white or blue, and then cooler stars are orange or red in color. A group of stars forms an imaginary outline or meaningful pattern on the space. So when we see on the sky, we saw numerous number of stars. So all these stars are the imaginary outline or meaningful pattern on the space. See this diagram, these are all stars. Now these stars join a outline and gives us a meaningful pattern. So this pattern represents an animal, a mythological person or creature, a god or an object. Now this group of stars are called as constellations. What is this group of stars called? It is called as constellations. So in a sky, the group of stars forms an imaginary outline or meaningful pattern. So this pattern, this group of stars are called as constellations. So people in different cultures and countries adopted their own set of constellation outlines. So there are totally 88 formally accepted constellations. They are Aries, Gemini, Leo, Orion, Scorpius, Cassiopeia are some of the constellations. See here, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpius, Sagittarius, Capricornus, Aquarius, Pisces. So these are all constellations. So there are totally how many constellations? 88. Now let us recap. Geocentric model. What is called geocentric model? If the earth is at the center of the object in the space, it is called geocentric model. Heliocentric model. In heliocentric model, sun at the center of the solar system. Universe. What is universe? The basic constituent of the universe is luminous matter. That is galaxies, which are really the collection of billions of stars. Now this universe contains everything that exists, including the earth, planets, stars, space and galaxies. So this includes all matter, energy and even time. Observable universe. What is called observable universe? Scientists, however, measure the size of the universe by what they can see. This is called observable universe. Big Bang. Scientists think that the universe began with the start of a massive explosion called Big Bang. The explosion is called as Big Bang theory. Galaxy. What is called galaxy? A galaxy is a massive collection of gas, dust and billions of stars and their solar systems. Scientists believe that there are 100 billion galaxies in the observable universe. Stars. Stars are the fundamental building blocks of galaxies. Stars were formed when the galaxies were formed during the Big Bang. So stars produce heat, light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays and other forms of radiation. They are largely composed of gas and plasma. Constellations. What is called constellations? A group of stars forms an imaginary outline or meaningful pattern on the space. They represent an animal, mythological person or creature, a god or an object. This group of stars is called constellations. Thank you, students.